Greetings and welcome to Blended Learning with Canvas. We're really going to be looking at flipped learning and talking about what it is, really kind of trying to understand what flipped learning is. Let's first look at direct instruction. We think of this as whole group. In one way we can deliver direct instruction, and this occurs at the same pace for everyone. Everyone's going on the same path. It's like a one-time delivery. You need to be present there for it. If you were absent, there's no way to watch or see what occurred or hear what occurred. You'd have to get it secondhand, so to say. And what flipped learning's goal is to take the direct instruction and individualize it. Take it from the whole group setting and put it to where it's individualized so students can experience it going through the self-paced, its personalized paths, and they can have the ability to play it, anytime they want on demand, pause it, repeat it if necessary. Plus the interactions, the annotations, the discussions, and the questions that you build into your videos can help with the interaction as well as the guided notes you may provide. We'll talk more about that when we get into best practices for creating flipped instructional videos. Let's look at this a different way. You have your whole group, which is now a smaller portion of your time in blended learning. We really want to have more individualized instruction occurring when we talk about the content of your course. So when you deliver the content of your course to your students individually, we want to look at some modalities. You still want to be able to use text. We can have paper, we can have pencil. We're still creating with these text, paper, pencils in the physical environment. And now we're just pulling in the digital resources, the videos, the audio, the internet-based resources, and students are still creating as they synthesize what they have learned after they practice. They then produce something to demonstrate what they have learned. Right? Let's look another way. We have two environments that we're blending. We're blending the physical environment with the digital environment, your LMS Canvas. So we always have students is our primary, reason why all of us are here. The students, the success of the students, the individual growth, the whole student, all those things. But we now have Canvas that's going to be in the center or a part of this blended learning environment, right? You are still part of the equation. Teachers did not go away. They help facilitate the blended learning. We have our physical books and pens and pencils and our paper and crafts and things like that. We have our tech, we have our student devices, we have a way we project our content to our students. And we have posters in the room, and we have outside of our classroom, we have our staff members that we work with. And Canvas can help tie all these things together in this blended learning environment. All these things kind of coexist. But we want to kind of look at how do we effectively approach and implement blended learning. That's kind of what we're all here learning about. So let's talk now more about flipped learning with Canvas. Canvas can help you to deliver your content to your students in video format, whether it's curated or created. You can provide them with audio resources. You can still have images. We encourage the blend of images with text. So you have your text, you have your discussions that students can be engaged with, whether they respond in textual format, audio format, video format. You are creating, you are still planning, you're still preparing just in more of a digital environment. You're delivering everything to your students digitally through Canvas in this learning management system, as well as the blend of what's still physically in your classroom, right? And students are collaborating, but they can collaborate in this Canvas, this digital learning environment, right? So let's look at you as a teacher, all the things you do. You're delivering instruction to your students. You're making sure you're building the relationships. You have these meetings. We have these documents and paperwork you go through. You're trying to, make sure students are growing growth. You're meeting with your staff. You yourself are learning how to navigate Canvas and creating your content in a digital environment and doing all that work as well as your professional development. There's a lot going on, and you have your team, your PLT that you work side by side with that has your back, right? And this isn't going to go away. It just looks differently when we talked about blended learning environments and we talk about the use of flipped instruction, where we transfer the delivery of our content from whole group to individualized, you're still going to be planning and working. You're going to be recording videos or audio. You're going to give those whole group instructional moments that aren't where you're delivering the content per se, because that is done individualized. You are going to be free to work with your students in small groups and be kind of there helping them with what they need support with. You can work with them individually. So your time looks differently. That's the beauty of flipped instruction. It frees you to use that time that you were delivering the instruction in the whole group. You've individualized it, which is an investment of your time that you'll see a return on when you get to work with your students more individually and in small groups. So what now? What do we do now? We have Canvas Studio. And Canvas Studio is a part of Canvas. You'll learn all about it during your time to explore. And I want to kind of just really quickly let you know what you can do with Canvas Studio. You can curate content. So those videos that you've been using all these years that are on YouTube, you can pull in. You can create content using the video recorder and the editor. You can also engage students with the annotations and the quiz questions and the class discussions, and you can get insights as to what your students are doing with the videos. Are they watching them? How much are they watching of it? Are they engaged in the discussions? Things like that. And of course, the data you get from the quiz questions, all that is going to be in Canvas Studio for you. So in conclusion, your head's probably spinning right now. So we're going to give you some time to process. You're going to be able to, on your own, student-led time, dig into all the resources about Canvas Studio, and then you're going to be able to have some try time to where you are going to actually create some individualized content for your students. That wraps us up. Thanks for watching.